your money tonight. Thousands of new layoffs in the tech industry, and the companies say it's largely because of AI. So what can you do to protect your job? Let's bring in our business and tech reporter, Scott Budman. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Gia, these new cuts, you're right, are deep. 16,000 jobs cut at Amazon, more than 600 jobs cut at Pinterest. And they do show that companies are now admitting they need fewer people if they can shift some of those jobs to chatbots and robots. Today, job experts tell us, don't wait until your job gets replaced. Amazon's layoff announcement made it plain. It needs fewer people because of work being done by AI.
AI is replacing certain jobs.
Darren Kimura, CEO of Silicon Valley-based AI Squared, says look no further than Amazon's warehouses to see all the robots rolling around. And while those bots are taking some jobs, they're also creating others.
While we're deploying more robots, you also need more mechanics for them. You need more people on site that can actually maintain them, ensure that they're working properly, deploying the software on them, ensuring that they're cyber secure and safe.
But it has been a rough 24 hours for techies. San Francisco's Pinterest says it will cut about 15% of its workforce, also citing AI efficiencies.
So there are a lot more people being laid off than there are available jobs at this point where they could flow into.
HR expert Laurie Rudiman says tech jobs are especially vulnerable to AI. She says it's time to make sure your resume includes skills that can't be replaced by a machine.
There is no comfort in being told that there will be AI jobs and new jobs created in the future. This is something that should keep college students up at night and the average worker up at night.
Well, here we are. We're knee deep in it, and it's just going to get even crazier out here. Now you see it's definitely starting to affect the tech sector, the whole tech industry. AI is here. Companies are shedding workforce because they're able to transfer a lot of those jobs over to AI, and they're saying that in all their tests that they're doing and all the trials that they're doing with AI is showing to be very efficient and very effective. So now's the time to definitely beef up your resumes. Make sure they like she was saying, make sure they include skills that cannot be taken by AI. And there's gonna be openness for like mechanics, people who deploy software, and people who want to be able to maintain these robots. But you have to know that this is a thing, and it's going to continue to be a thing, and they're going to continue to evolve as AI evolves, and I just don't see it going backwards. So everyone is kind of given the blueprint on what you can do in this new market, in this new job, the new job market, as far as certain skills that are going to be needed. And these are typically jobs that most Americans now they don't want to do, but you see the way things are going. So you want to be ahead of the curve. You don't want to be behind the curve. And you want to catch the bus while the bus is boarding, not while it's already in the wind. So cybersecurity, electricians, mechanics, these type of things are going to be like the new job force. How people are going to be able to get out here and actually get a job. And the more that I see on job boards where they're hiring people to train their AIs and stuff like that. And these are not really like official positions. They're more so like contractor positions, to where once your time period of your contract runs out, then you're off still looking for another job. So I feel like anyone that's going to college or graduating college, they need to be taking this thing serious. If you're coming out of high school, you may want to skip college altogether and go to a vocational school, trade school, get you a trade, get you something under your belt, get you some skills under your belt that, at this point AI won't be able to, replace you with. And, you can also learn to work alongside AI and, just try to navigate this job market the best that you can, because it's just going to get slimmer and slimmer as far as job opportunities that's going to be out there. So, this is just, one of the first dominoes really to fall as far as the job market. And I want to play a clip here because, of course, we just heard in the beginning that Amazon is cutting like 16,000 jobs. And here's a clip of where they're closing like their Go stores and their Fresh stores.
Ed, why the change in strategy?
Yeah, closing and shuttering what was already a diminishing footprint, right? There are only 14 Go stores. We have one of them, or had one of them, here in SF, and 58 Amazon Fresh stores. And as you point out, that real estate gets converted to Whole Foods. This is not Amazon saying that they are done with grocery. Far from it. It was interesting when those headlines hit. Clearly, there's an algo reaction, right? And Amazon pared some of its gain. It's now back up to a 0.6% gain. But Walmart took a leg lower because the commitment from Amazon is very much to grocery in the context of sub-same day, right? They've been focused very much on the online offering and doing those hourly deliveries and slots, but foot traffic's been falling away on these early locations. I don't know if you guys have ever been into an Amazon Go, but it's the humanless facility where linked to your Prime account, you just kind of pick up the items and leave, and it detects it and charges. But they found scaling that tech very difficult. So that's the rebalancing of what was already a small footprint. Do away with those physical stores, commit more to Whole Foods by opening new branches, and then double down on getting groceries delivered through online mechanisms as quickly as possible.
So, as you just heard there, Amazon is a very adaptable company. And if something isn't working, they won't hesitate to get off of that and go on to the next thing. So, they're closing down some of these stores, which these stores, I feel like they were, tests, they were trials to see, okay, how effective is this going to be? How well will consumers respond to these stores? And as he was describing, because I haven't been in one of these stores before, but it's humanless. You place your order, you go in and it's a link to your Prime account. You go in and pick up the groceries that you had ordered. And, it is, something that they only had a few. He said, 14 Go stores and 58 Fresh stores total. But, all of those now will be the new Whole Foods locations, which, of course, Amazon bought the brand Whole Foods. There'll be, new Whole Foods locations. Well, some of them will. But, yeah, so Amazon is a very adaptable company. They're not like, going to just stick on one thing for, a long period of time. And, if it fails type of thing. If they see that, okay, well, this isn't really working out for our bottom line, then they're going to go ahead and go on to the next thing. And, they were just basically saying that they found it difficult to really scale those type of stores to where they can have hundreds of them all across the country. So, just a little bit of news there. As you see, Amazon is trading at around $240.16. It could be different as we speak right now, but at the time of this video that was recorded on Bloomberg, this is what they were trading at. So yeah, I mean, this is like the new way that the economy works, and a lot of companies are looking to Amazon to see how they move, and then they try to take a little piece of their playbook and try to incorporate it into their businesses as well. So yeah, and if you haven't been, I mean, I'm sure everyone has been, but there's I remember when there wasn't any self-checkouts in grocery stores. Now it's hard to go in any grocery store or any type of retail location where you won't find a self-checkout. You're going to find a self-checkout, a scan and go, and that's just where a lot of stuff is headed. So stay ahead of the curve. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vid. If you guys like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.